Hey everybody, this is Dan for the Bag of Holding. I'm here with TJ for the first 30 minutes of Ghost of Tsushima. Or Tsushima. My pronunciation isn't great. It's gonna jump right in right after this splash screen, so we're gonna go silent for the cutscene.
However long that takes.
Yeah, however long it takes.
I hope Bandai Namco doesn't claim us.
Screw 'em. I will start the clock.
蒙古国が対馬に襲来した。血も涙もなく、ただひたすらに暴虐だ。我が方は80、無勢なれど対馬の民を守らねばならない。今日俺はこの命を捨てる。船が海を覆っている。
死を恐れるな。飲み込まれるぞ。習わし武勇誉れ、それが我らが道だ。我らこそ島の勇士、我らこそモノノフだ。では足立殿、奴らの息をくじいてまいれ。よっ！よく聞け！腕に覚えのものあらばいいでよ！なだ、チム2だ。我こそは足立晴信、かの足立義信が五代の末裔なり。侍！我に下るか！誉れなき者には情け無用。さあ、かかれ！
Alright, we're actually in the game now. What'd you think of that?
There are a few things I noticed. I'll turn the audio down while we're here.
Yeah.
For the most part, I liked a lot of it, but there was one thing that kept standing out to me that bugs me.
What?
I don't know if it was an intentional choice, but their mouth movements do not even remotely sync up with what they're saying.
It may be to evoke that old
That's
Japanese
what I was
voiceover
thinking. It
feeling.
might have been
I'm
an
not really
intentional
sure.
choice.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I can tell you guys one thing. I did not expect them to fight fair. I knew that dude was dead.
Yeah, I knew they were going to do something, but I thought
noticed
they were going to
he
shoot him with an
he
arrow
pronounced
or
it Tsushima.
Mm.
That T was really soft when he said it. When we listened to the pronunciation earlier, the T was slightly harder, and then my American, accent makes it even harder.
So that cutscene in total was about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not a bad starting cutscene.
So
It gives
Tsushima.
us plenty of time for a
He said more like
first
Tsushima
gameplay
though.
look.
Tsushima. So I'll be working on that. What do we want? So we'll turn that down, and we're gonna turn this down a little bit. We'll readjust. We didn't want to mess with any of this beforehand so that you guys could get the full experience of the
Burning.
opening cutscene. All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
I'll figure the rest out on my own. I've learned the swing sword button. I mean, samurai were great with horse combat, but the Mongols, like,
The Mongols did horses.
horse combat was their thing.
I'm not actually super familiar with what happened here in history. Daniel gave
Excuse
me
me,
a
guys.
really quick crash course on it a couple days ago.
Which I had to refresh myself on because I hadn't heard anything about it since I was in high school, so. Although, I have heard that this is supposed to represent the historical period without being too direct.
Yeah. Suffice to say, the thing I was told was that this is not a period in history that is one you want to be too light about.
Yeah, I mean, just like any other period of history that has its dark points, any of the Mongol invasions or any of the, a lot of the cross-fighting.
Yeah.
I'll actually be doing a read-up later to find out if there's anything else I can scrounge up, because I really don't know all that much about it myself.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it had a name. Like the era. I mean, I knew the era had a name.
That sword looks kind of bad.
It's a Dao? Sorry guys, my alarm just went off.
Give me your phone.
Actually, it's on silent.
You heard it here first, guys. The alarm is trying to sabotage us. Yell it down.
I mean, it makes a little bit of sense that they would be using something similar to a Dao. I'm not sure really what kind.
One thing I did notice in the beginning intro of Cinematic, one thing I also liked is that unlike a lot of other games I've played that try and show that kind of armor, you can tell the samurai's armor is actually
Lamalar.
layered. Yeah.
Lamalar was, I mean, it was good armor.
Yeah. If I remember
Oh, that
right,
was dishonorable.
you took him from behind.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like capable of taking out a couple of bullets?
It could stop a clay round and some of the early lead rounds sometimes.
Yeah.
The tests that have been done have been shoddy at best. Even the ones that the Mythbusters did, I would prefer to do something a little more scientifically consistent, but I mean, I've tested Lamalar with my bow and it held up to Bodkins, so I mean, but I made really thick Lamalar too. It was this thick.
Yeah. So
Lamalar, am I saying? Is it Lamalar?
That's how I've always heard it.
Yeah, it's Lamalar.
So my experience, or my knowledge of samurai comes from two sources that I'm not sure are very reliable.
Oh dear.
A horribly inaccurate movie that was moderately entertaining to sit through was Last of the Samurai.
確保できています
Oh.
Oh,
ここで決着をつけるぞ
he's dead. Poor cat.
Pretty sure we figured that was a rally cry.
And movies from Akira Kurosawa.
Yeah, but Kurosawa, at least the romance of the samurai was,
Oh, that was painful.
I don't know,
Closer to reality.
not quite what I was going for.
おしぐい
Their house seal is on the sword, which is also the image we saw earlier.
Well, as long as it doesn't get hit with a third one.
Looks like there's something on the Tsube as well, but I couldn't really tell what. So I saw some kind of munitions, but I really don't know what.
我が名はコトン不備来のいとこ
シンギスの孫だ。
Grandson of Chinggis. My.
You're dealing with quite the superstar here.
聞け、
A lot of lineage.
お前は戦士だ。そうであろう。生涯を鍛錬に明け暮れ、勝てぬはずの戦にも全て打ち勝ってきたのだろう。だが己が刃を研ぐ間に我らの手はずは整った。学んだのだ。この国の言葉、しきたり、信仰、どの村を飼いならし焼き払うかをな。
The sweat.
今一度己に問う侍よ、我に下るか。
Did he knock him out?
I don't know.
Looks like he knocked him out instead of killing him.
I think he killed him.
I don't know, it looks like he hit him.
Well, hopefully we'll see. Well, there's, what's his face? Gene.
Who is apparently not dead. Japanese maple.
One's gonna fall on his head and that's gonna wake him up.
Something. Probably his hand though. That
Maybe.
would be pretty symbolic.
Nope, he's just coming too.
Alright.
Alright, fair enough. You,
They may want to subvert some of the
you got
older
me on the
tropes.
cliche, yeah. Or the trope, yeah.
11.
Alright, well, that start went pretty well, I think.
Huh. Yeah. Oh, I think we're in a yurt.
Time skip.
Maybe not.
Maybe just a couple hours or a couple days.
No, a yurt, like a yurt. I don't know what else to call it. It's like a tent.
Yeah. Oh no, I meant it looks like we're in a bit of a time
Oh, I
skip
see.
here. May
Couldn't
not
be
have been
too
very-
long. He's bandaged up.
Yeah, I suspect at the very least it's a couple hours, at the most a couple
誰
days.
かが俺を見
So
て
that's
くれ
kind
た。
of neat. Someone tried to keep me. Ow! Fire.
Yes, fire
Someone
hurts.
tried to
Welcome to
keep
the
me
real world.
alive. Is he? Let's see here. I don't remember that being a main wound. The real wounds were his back, weren't they?
I mean, he was caught in an explosion, like right next to him. It could have. Are you sure your phone's on silent?
I mean, it was, but it clearly isn't now. I mean, it is now. I
Yeah,
just put it on.
Uh,
so-
もう
mean-
子供。
he was right next to an explosion, so it's entirely possible he got some shrapnel or something of some kind in his side waist area.
Yeah. You'll have to forgive me. The controller's got a bit of a drift at the moment.
All of our
It
controllers
goes in
have
and
one
out.
problem or another.
かくまってくれ
we
た
need-
その者
Whoa.
たちも。
This is just the one that did the last. Well, he's feeling better.
Better enough, anyway. So I can. I don't know precisely what that is.
Search for your katana. Do not raise the alarm.
Do not raise the alarm. Fuck. I don't even know if I can stealth kill these guys, but I really do have to find out.
Nope.
Oh shit.
So when I saw gameplay trailers for this, I was okay. Footprints in the mud.
I don't want to bring that comparison up just yet.
Oh,
I want to see if it really holds true,
Yeah.
or if it's just kind of a false comparison. Okay, search for your... I mean, why would it... Who would have brought it back to my house? I guess this would be a different katana.
誰が歯を研いでおった。
Sorry,
Bushka.
okay. So, these. I love them. I love them so much.
What are they?
Well, you can hang a kettle from this or a cooking pot,
There's your armor.
and everybody would sit around it, and you could start a fire. And
Excuse me for a second.
you know, it's nice. This
Okay, I
this
can talk
isn't
again.
this isn't armor.
Nope, that is.
It's like farming clothing. This is armor, yeah.
Yeah. So they brought your armor, which is
だがあ
broken.
るだけありがたい。
Better than nothing. I was actually about to say exactly that.
Your katana is not in the house.
How did I crouch earlier? I want to do it again. It won't actually let me, seemingly. Ooh. No, don't. Well.
Deep slice.
Okay. Back inside we go.
走れそう。
ああ、おそらくは。太刀は
ここにはない。私に任せて。ほら、隠れろ。ああ、殺さないで。
血を止めねえ。米を出せ。
ああ、少しならあるから持って行って。
Which one do you think is gonna take him?
I don't know. Honestly. Looks like it's gonna be her. Adios, muchacho.
Nice. There's it right.
Good old guerrilla tactics.
Can I have that?
何者だ。
言うなってんだ。太刀が欲しいなら
Yes.
ついといて。
Okay.
Can I have a knife?
どれほど寝
Can
て
we,
い
can
た
we take
数
his
日
sword?
I know,
島
like,
が乗っ取られちまっ
that
た。
Dao would be, well, does he have one?
Or at the very
He's
least,
got the bow.
and arrows.
The bow would be fine. It's, I mean, not the type of bow the Japanese train with, so that might be slightly
We can
awkward.
take the arrows at least. They still
You
got
know.
pointy bits.
They're not useful with the type of bow the Japanese use. They
Oh,
wouldn't.
I meant to like hit, like jab people with.
Yeah. Although these bows don't look quite right either.
Those-
Although I
The
don't
top
know
should
how,
be longer than the bottom.
Yeah, although I don't know how realistic that is in real life to like use a bow or use an arrow as a melee weapon.
I mean, probably just
助
snap.
けようなんて思わないで。
民の命が。
I don't know though. Depending on the wood it was made of, you need something light, which doesn't
志
really,
村殿は戦場におら
you
れた
know,
か。
じと
bode well for stabbing. I suppose if you held it very, very close to the arrowhead.
Yeah,
I've seen arrowhead knives.
I haven't.
ユナ、
Yeah,
待て
yeah, they're kind of neat.
志村殿は俺の叔父だ。
Shimura.
あ
Okay.
んたが堺人か。
Oh, okay.
地頭の多いの。
Sakai
して
Jin.
叔父上は生きておいでか。
おそらくね。猛虎に囚われてるけど。
Oh, I guess they did knock him out.
That's what I thought it
場
looked
所は
like.
わかるか。
東の海岸沿い。
金
He'd
田の木
be
に
a
は
good bargaining key.
叔父上を捕らえたことで
Kanede.
守りも手薄のはずだ。
Mm,
攻め入るなら今しかない。
殺されるよ。
だ
probably.
が無事にお助けすれば
Eh,
猛虎を打ち払うことができる。鎌倉に下踏みを送りご助力も超えよ
あんたが切られるのを見るために世話してやったわけじゃないよ。
う。ではなぜ助けた。
So you could become
死な
like
れちゃ
her
困る
tool
から
of
さ。
death.
手を貸してほしい。
I don't know. I'm just
叔
guessing.
父上さえご無事なら対馬は助かる。俺にとっても唯一の身内。行くぞ。
Probably only for now. You'll probably find someone to bond with over the course of the game.
I don't know. I mean, considering they say that
くぐって
you take on the way of the ghost, sounds to me like you're going to become something of a ninja,
Yeah.
but more of a TD assassin ninja than a spy collects information and poisons people
捕
ninja.
らえて
Yeah.
行くよ。
Check out that spider web. That is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tiny detail, but I really like it.
Yeah, you're gonna become like the Ryo Hayabusa kind of ninja.
Yeah, probably.
Just less flying and magic.
武装しておる。
島中
Or
駆け回
there's
って
an
るよ
old
みんなと話され
story.
たり
that may be related to this about a Ronin who used guerrilla tactics, and he was frowned upon, but like not exactly told to fuck off,
Right.
because they worked. I heard it when I was little. Frida read it to me actually, straight out of a book that was entirely in Japanese. Made me envious before I knew what envy was.
まずい。隠れるところがない。このまま出たらあいつらに見つかっちまう。
Surprised they used that
待っ
word.
て。荷車が
The cart that just went by?
今だ。
Possibly not.
早く。
What? What do you mean? Come on. I'm going. Would help if you pointed or so. Oh boy.
しかない。
Good job.
I fucked up. Yeah,
Golf
well,
clap.
I mean, again, I have no
Let's see how
idea.
far.
I'm not actually so perturbed by not
何を
knowing
残るしかない。
because it's kind of
闇
realistic.
に登り
Yeah.
戦場を漁るとは
Can't say
野
that
党だ
bothers
な
me.
その時いるものをもらうだけ。
俺の太刀もか
たちは食べ物と薬に変えた。
なんだと
怒るな。買い手を捕らえて取り戻してやるわ。空手じゃ心もとない。使えそうなものをもらっときな。
娘というのか
持
I
ち
mean,
主
I'm
とっくに
stealing
死んでる。
now, so.
Thump.
Yeah. So far, the controls feel.
こっちだよ。
I wouldn't say they feel like Assassin's Creed or Batman or
Shadow of War?
Shadow of War or anything. They actually do remind me of
ま
the
ずいね。もうこれ見つかったんだ。
yeah.
見張っておれ俺が調べよ
I can't remember the name of
家
them.
の中に隠して。
どこか
Ninja
にあるはず
games. There was a whole
Onimusha, Ninja
no,
Gaiden,
no, 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 no,
Shinobi.
no. Good ninja games.
You like all of those games.
Yeah, but they weren't
And
good.
you even
They
called them
weren't good
good.
ninja games. They were good fighting slashy games. This was a series where you had to be stealthy.
我が名は
Ten,
坂一
ten something.
地頭である志村殿の
Tenchi,
追い
yeah, Tenchi, I think. Maybe? I don't know.
臆病ではない
I remember how
お前
sore
に
my
かなう
arms
者
got
はいな
after
いな
training.
だがまだまだ太刀に振り回されておる
稽古中です。
父親の武具でかこれは堺家の宝刀戦を鎮め命を救った太刀だ殴られたのか
いえ、
身を守る術を教えてやろう
心得ています。
刃を操るには何よりもまずその心を鎮めねばならんぞ
Also, Jiu-Jitsu.
できます。叔父上。
そうか
I saw some Jiu-Jitsu in the reveal trailer, so I'm really hoping to see them apply that.
Yeah.
It was designed for field combat. Looks like right now it's
稽
Boken
古の成
training.
果を見せてみろわしを撃って
Boy,
みろ
this brings
Hi,
back
what'd you-
memories that hurt. Quick attacks, stabs, okay, so
さあ行ってこい わしに当ててみよ
will it let me guard right now? Yeah, it actually will still let me guard, which is kind of neat. Okay, I like the way we can combo those that way.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. We can go from a stab into a heavy attack. Oop. Whoops.
よろしいさように戦えれば技をつけられることもなかったな
不意をつかれたんです。
ではその
There
技
are
をつけた
no
者が
such
戻っ
thing as
てきた
fair
ら
fights.
汚い手もためらわぬ相手から いかにして身を守る。
そやつの目に砂を浴びせ鼻を折ります。それからめった打ちにしてやりましょう。
それは誇りのない安き勝利だ。
Yeah,
武
yeah,
士たる
yeah.
者、敵が卑劣であろうと自らは堕落することなく己の義を貫け。忘れてはならぬぞ。
はい、叔父上。
ではわしの防御を崩せ。堺陣が優ある武士だと示してみよう。
Let's see. Tap. Break defense. Okay, I see. Yeah. I actually like this. It's kind of intuitive.
Yeah.
攻撃で防御を崩し、
Stop talking.
やめよ。降参だ。
加減しましたね。
しておらん。太刀であったらわしは死んでおった。
嘘です。
お前に嘘をつくものか。よし、次はわしの攻めを防いでみよう。手
Ah,
心をつす
crap.
るでないぞ。
Part
よ
I'm
く
bad
防いだ
at.
な。
I know, look how terrible you're doing.
守りの
Well, I
構
don't know if there's a perfect block or not.
良
He
い
wants
構
me
え
to
だ。
hold my blocking form. Okay. Block is terrible. Look at his upper hand.
休みませんか。
まだ終わってはおらんぞ。
That's
腹を
not,
据え
that's
痛み
not
に
a
耐えて
sturdy
みせよ。
block.
よし。
Thank you.
This is your resolve meter. Draw on your resolve meter to heal and perform other special abilities.
Okay.
Gain it by killing enemies, parrying attacks, and using other advanced skills.
Cool.
では受け流しを教えよ
Time to learn
う。
to
わしの
parry.
動きをしかと見ている。打ち込まれた
Oh
ら
god, please
すかさ
tell
ず
me they're
防
not
げ。
gonna do a blade
I
to
saw
blade
one
style
完全に受
parry.
け流すのだ。覚え
Out
が早い
late.
ぞ。撃たれる刹那に受け流せ。
Man, he's got a lot to say,
変
doesn't
に
he?
動いてはならん。まだ攻めるな。
Oh, shut up.
上達しておるな。良い構えだ。
休まれますか。
Wow, his face was jacked
お
up there
前
for
の
a
相
minute.
手で息を切らすほど置いてはおらん。それでは槍が相手の稽古を始めよ
With an
う。
actual
わしの
metal
槍を
tip.
かわし、すかさず切り返してみよ
Dude, just
Yosh,
absolutely
so
hate spears.
う。
I mean, I like using them, I just don't like fighting against them.
Yeah.
雑な攻撃が防がれ
When
る
we
ぞ。
did mixed weapons training, and we did,
You should probably dodge.
良い切り返しだ。
when we did mixed weapons training, Yari versus,
良い
like,
か。かわしたら
Katana,
すぐさま攻めろ。
it sucked, and I got hit in the
う
face
ま
a
く避
lot.
けた。
I loved being the one with the Yari, because
敵に行き着く暇を与えるでない。
you've seen me with the spear.
Yeah.
But,
I'm sure the air felt that one.
いかなる武具もいかなる兵も打ち破る手はある。
ご指導痛み入ります。
終わってはおらぬぞ。さて陣よ、わしと刀比べをする気はあるか。
あざができますよ。
大口を叩くな。一つ賭けでもしよう。先に5本打った方が有限を決めるとする。
ooh,
ではタコにしましょ
I want sushi.
I hope you like octopus, he says.
うまいぞ、陣。
So that was his parry.
腕を上げたな。
The it almost feels like way the samurai is fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It's like 2 minutes left in the first
飯の前に
episode.
あと一つだけ問おう。代々当家の武士は規律を守ってきた。何を重んじてきたかわかるか。
う。主への忠義、己を律すること、あと
申してみよ
誉れ、勇猛に戦い堺の家を守ることです。
う。それは父の言葉であろう。お前にとっての誉れとは。
それは民を守ること、己を守れぬ者らを。
お前は優しいな。だがまずは主に仕えながら皆に示すのだ。勇気と真偽と節制と。
たやすく思えますが、
行うは形だ。 わしも日々苦心しておる。しかし我らは規律を守ることで民の模範にならねばならん。もちろん武士にとってもな。それが誉れを売る道だ。Afnater Samurai.
Bad timing. Speaking of Crystal. Please tilt that blade and show a shine.
Alright, guys. Well, we will be seeing you in the next episode.
Yep.
Bye.
Which I'm gonna roll right into. This is amazing.